At smaller universities, the biggest struggle is trying to keep students on campus during the weekends. West Liberty University is one of the many suitcase schools across the country that is searching for ways to maintain student life once Friday rolls around. As we took a walk across campus, the quad was empty, and the normally full union of students is non-existent. I had the chance to talk to Lucas Shaver and to hear his thoughts on a weekend on the campus.
It's definitely more empty. A lot of people are generally from like around the area, so I'll actually leave and do things. So it's a lot more empty sometimes, but there's still quite a lot to do on campus. There's still a lot of people. It's just not nearly as many and not nearly as active. The quad will often be empty for like hours at a time, which doesn't happen on weekdays. Just do more stuff. Just because anytime I'm here on the weekend, which is most weekends, I'm mostly just in my room just because there's nothing really going on around campus. And if there is, it's never really advertised well enough that I know that it's happening until it's like 2 days after. So I just never get to go.
Lucas shared that campus is almost like a ghost town on the weekends. Many people go home to visit families or just to work. However, he believes that if there are more events that are advertised, campus may stay a little bit busier. I also talked to Luke Caraba on his thoughts as a commuter as to why he does not come to campus as much and his thoughts on how to make campus more exciting.
What keeps me from coming to campus more often would most likely be the fact that everything is closed. The union has really short hours, and if I wanted to study in the library, I can't because the hours in the library are closed on the weekends. If there was obviously more to do, it would be more intriguing to come to campus. I've always had an idea that I think would be really cool if they had some type of restaurant where people could maybe get food and, TVs where you could watch sports and things like that. Then I feel like that would be something that would draw people to campus much more so than there is now.
As Luke described a small restaurant or even just new things on campus to keep students entertained, that would be a great idea. I finally sat down with Kate Billings in student housing with her thoughts on how weekends could be changed.
I think it's having their doors open, making activities for themselves, and just being their own advocate in a sense. So whether it's they want our offices to do more programming. Okay, what kind of programming? If they want the library to be open, what's a constructive way to talk to someone at the university administration about getting that done? If it's the biggest hoop is the food facilities that are open and their hours, then who can we go through? So part of that would be talking to SGA and being an advocate on that end. Coming into our offices and saying, this is the type of stuff that my friends would like to see on campus, because that's how we can make it happen. The MMA club comes in and says, hey, we know there's a good amount of students that want to watch this fight this weekend. Is there any way we can make that happen? Yes, it's a Saturday night at 10 p.m. Let's figure out how our office will buy the fight. You guys just bring people, and friends bring friends, and that's what happened specifically with that type of event. They then reached out to the art club, and the art club was like, "Oh, we'll do henna," and the fraternity was like, "Oh, we'll provide some water and some snacks," and then they all come together, and now there's 30 people in the ballroom on a Saturday night at 10 p.m., which I can't create. The students have to create themselves. So I think a lot of it is just getting out of their norm and encouraging their friends to stay on campus.
Kate expressed how students should be their own advocates to make the weekends better. The students should open their minds to different activities or even get faculty involved by having their help in getting events planned. They will pay, and as students we just need to bring our friends and make the weekends more exciting. Even with small events happening on the weekends, West Liberty is still in the process of making sure these events and many more happen.